They shocked, betrayed, and rewrote the rules of the ring. Belts changed hands, and rivalries exploded. From rookies toppling legends to underdogs seizing glory, WWE history was never the same again. 1. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker, WWE Championship, Unforgiven 2002. By 2002, Brock Lesnar wasn't just another rookie, he was a force of nature waiting to explode. In his very first year on WWE's main roster, he was already making waves with his raw power and athleticism, but nobody expected him to step into the ring with The Undertaker for the WWE Championship at Unforgiven. The dead man was a living legend, seemingly untouchable, and a clean loss to a newcomer was almost unthinkable. When the bell rang, Lesnar didn't just compete, he dominated. Each suplex and strike told the story of a wrestler who had arrived far sooner than anyone imagined. By the time Lesnar hit the F5 and pinned The Undertaker cleanly, fans were stunned into silence. The locker room buzzed, the audience couldn't believe it, and the wrestling world collectively realized that a new era had begun. It wasn't just a title change, it was the passing of a torch, a bold declaration that WWE was ready to embrace fresh stars. What made it even more shocking was how quickly it happened. Lesnar had been on the roster less than a year, and suddenly he was standing tall with the most prestigious belt in the company. Many fans didn't just see a victory, they saw a seismic shift in the WWE landscape, as if the rules had been rewritten overnight. Lesnar's win didn't just cement his career, it set off a chain reaction of unforgettable moments, rivalries, and shocking upsets that would define the next decade of WWE. And while the world was still reeling from this clean-up set, another emotional underdog moment was just around the corner, ready to prove that titles could change hands in the most unexpected ways. Just 2 years later, the WWE Championship would shock fans again when a smaller, crafty underdog pulled off one of the most beloved upsets in history. 2. Eddie Guerrero defeats Brock Lesnar, WWE Championship, No Way Out 2004. By 2004, Brock Lesnar was WWE's unstoppable champion, dominating everyone in his path. But at No Way Out, Eddie Guerrero, the ultimate underdog, was about to shock the world. Guerrero wasn't the biggest or strongest, but he had heart, cunning, and timing on his side. Every counter and near fall built tension until, finally, he pinned Lesnar. The crowd erupted as Eddie held the belt high, proving that strategy and grit could overcome sheer power. Chaos played a role too. Goldberg's interference almost ruined it, but Eddie's quick thinking turned the match around. Did you know? He celebrated by shouting, "Viva la Raza!" with the championship over his head, a moment that instantly became iconic. This wasn't just a shocking win. It reminded fans that wrestling isn't only about strength, it's about storytelling, risk, and unforgettable surprises. And speaking of unforgettable surprises, the WWE Universe would soon experience a title moment that blurred reality and fiction like never before. 3rd, CM Punk defeats John Cena, WWE Championship, Money in the Bank 2011. By 2011, John Cena was WWE's unquestioned face, dominating the main event scene. But at Money in the Bank, CM Punk wasn't just challenging for the title, he was rewriting the rules of the game. Punk's pipe bomb promo had blurred the lines between reality and storyline, making fans genuinely wonder if he might leave WWE with the championship in hand. The tension in the arena was electric. Every move Punk made had fans holding their breath, and Cena's dominance made the stakes feel impossibly high. When Punk finally hit the GTS and pinned Cena, it wasn't just a title change, it was a cultural moment. The crowd erupted, chanting along with every beat, fully invested in a story that felt as real as it did shocking. Timing made it even more remarkable. Punk's contract was reportedly expiring that night, so fans truly believed he might walk out with the championship. Did you know? WWE used that uncertainty to make the moment feel unpredictable, blending reality and fiction in a way rarely seen in wrestling. That victory wasn't just a win, it was proof that a rebellious, outspoken star could challenge the system and succeed, changing how fans viewed title reigns and storytelling in WWE. The shock of that night lingered. proving that sometimes the most unforgettable moments come when you least expect them. The unexpected always has a way of reshaping history, and WWE had already shown that even legends weren't safe from surprise upsets. 4. The Undertaker ends Shawn Michaels' 5-year WWF title drought. Survivor Series 1997 Montreal Screwjob. By 1997, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart weren't just rivals. They were at the center of one of wrestling's most infamous backstage feuds. Years of jealousy, ego, and clashing personalities had turned two of WWE's biggest stars into real-life enemies. Every promo, every stare-down, carried tension that fans could feel even through the screen. The tension finally reached a boiling point at Survivor Series. What unfolded wasn't just a title match, it was a real-life betrayal. Vince McMahon, fearing Bret might leave the company with the championship, made the call to ring the bell early, awarding the title to Michaels. The crowd erupted in shock, and fans immediately sensed that what they were witnessing went far beyond scripted drama. The Montreal Screwjob wasn't just controversial, it shook the wrestling world and exposed just how much of what we see in WWE can blend fiction and reality. This moment didn't just create shockwaves for fans, it split the locker room. Loyalty, trust, and friendships were tested, and the ripple effects of that night would shape storylines, rivalries, and backstage politics for years to come. Did you know? Michaels initially refused to work with Bret for months after the incident, forcing WWE to rewrite weeks of programming and storylines, highlighting just how deep the real-life tension ran behind the scenes. The match was chaotic, emotional, and unforgettable, proving that a title change could carry far more weight than a championship alone. It could alter careers, reputations, and even the direction of an entire company. Shock and unpredictability had become part of the landscape, and WWE would continue to prove that even the most established stars weren't immune to sudden, career-defining upsets. 5. Sheamus defeats John Cena, WWE Championship, TLC 2009. By 2009, John Cena was WWE's top star, carrying the championship and embodying the company's face of dominance. But at TLC, the unthinkable happened. Sheamus, a relative newcomer to the main roster, stepped into the ring and changed everything. Few casual fans knew him well, and no one expected him to walk out as champion. From the opening bell, it was clear that this match was more than a typical tables bout. Sheamus's intensity, power, and fearless style put Cena on the defensive. Each clash and near fall had the crowd holding their breath, unsure if the fan favorite would maintain his reign. And then, in a stunning moment, Sheamus drove Cena through a table and pinned him cleanly. The arena erupted as the unthinkable became reality. Sheamus, barely a year on the main roster, was now WWE Champion. The victory wasn't just shocking, it was a career-launching moment. Sheamus's win proved that WWE could push fresh faces and surprise the audience, reminding fans that anyone could rise to the top at any time. Did you know? This victory made Sheamus the fastest wrestler in modern WWE history to capture the World Championship after his main roster debut, cementing him as a rising force almost overnight. The match left fans buzzing, sparking discussions about future contenders and the unpredictability of championship reigns. It also reinforced that even established champions weren't immune to sudden upsets, keeping the audience on the edge of their seats. Just as the unexpected had shaken the audience before, WWE was about to deliver another astonishing twist, proving once again that no one could predict who would rise to the top next. If you're loving these shocking moments, hit like and subscribe so you don't miss a single twist in wrestling history. 6. Jinder Mahal defeats Randy Orton, WWE Championship, Backlash 2017. By 2017, Randy Orton was a seasoned champion, a mainstay at the top of WWE, and someone fans expected to dominate any title defense. But at Backlash, the WWE Universe was blindsided when Jinder Mahal, a wrestler who had spent months in the mid-card with little fanfare, suddenly stepped into the spotlight and left with the championship. From the start, the match carried an air of disbelief. Mahal, once overlooked by many fans, moved with determination and cunning, taking advantage of every opening. Orton, confident and dominant as ever, had no answer for Mahal's opportunistic strikes. When Mahal pinned Orton cleanly, it wasn't just a shocking upset, it was a seismic shift in WWE's landscape. Fans were stunned, sparking heated debates online and in arenas worldwide about whether this was a bold push or a complete gamble. The victory instantly redefined Mahal's career. Did you know? Jinder Mahal became the first WWE champion of Indian descent in nearly 30 years, marking a historic moment for representation in the company. The crowd's mixed reactions only amplified the drama, showing just how unpredictable and emotional a title change could be. This match proved that WWE could still deliver moments that defy expectation, reminding fans that even a lower-card wrestler could rise to the top with the right storyline. And timing, championship reigns weren't just about skill. They were about opportunity, strategy, and sometimes pure surprise. As fans were still digesting this unexpected reign, WWE was preparing yet another moment where the emotional stakes and the thrill of an underdog victory would take center stage. 7. Kofi Kingston defeats Daniel Bryan, WWE Championship, WrestleMania 35, 2019. By 2019, Kofi Kingston had spent years as a talented mid-carder, beloved by fans but never given a real shot at the top prize. That all changed at WrestleMania 35, when he finally got his moment to shine against Daniel Bryan, a seasoned champion who had already proven himself in countless high-stakes matches. From the opening bell, the energy in the stadium was electric. The crowd wasn't just watching a match, they were witnessing a story years in the making. Every high-flying move, every near fall, felt like a culmination of Kofi's perseverance, resilience, and connection with the fans. When he finally pinned Bryan, the arena erupted into cheers and tears, celebrating a victory that was as emotional as it was shocking. It wasn't just a title change, it was a triumph for every underdog who had ever been overlooked. Kofi's journey to the top had been fueled by fan support, and the match itself became a showcase of both athleticism and heart. Did you know? Kofi's WrestleMania 35 victory made him the first African-born WWE champion in history, marking a milestone for representation and proving that fan-driven support could genuinely influence the company's biggest storylines. This moment was more than just a championship win. It was a feel-good culmination of years of hard work, proving that in WWE, persistence, passion, and connection with the audience could defy expectations. Fans left the arena inspired, reminded that sometimes the most shocking title changes are also the most satisfying. Even as the crowd celebrated this long-awaited triumph, WWE wasn't done delivering shocking twists, and the unpredictability of Money in the Bank would soon upend everything once again. 8. Seth Rollins cashes in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania 31. By 2015, WrestleMania promised a historic showdown. Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship against Roman Reigns. But WWE had a shocking twist in store. Seth Rollins, holding the Money in the Bank contract, wasn't just watching, he had plans of his own. As Lesnar and Reigns battled, Rollins sprinted down the ramp, cashed in mid-match, and turned the bout into a triple threat. Within moments, he pinned Reigns and walked out as WWE Champion. Fans were stunned, witnessing one of the most unpredictable finishes in WrestleMania history. What made it legendary was how perfectly it combined timing, drama, and shock. Did you know? This was the first ever Money in the Bank cash-in at WrestleMania, setting a precedent for high-stakes surprises that fans would remember for years. Rollins' win wasn't just a title change, it was proof that in WWE, even the most dominant champions could be toppled in an instant, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. And as Rollins celebrated, the unpredictability of championship moments reminded everyone that in WWE, no reign is ever guaranteed. From shocking upsets to jaw-dropping betrayals, wrestling's most insane title changes have defined careers, thrilled fans, and rewritten history. But we never stopped loving every twist and turn. Which of these shocking moments left you speechless? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into wrestling's unforgettable history.